Alrighty guys, this is snugsonblitz. I'm back with another video for you today. You may or may not be familiar with my series, Everyone Does Everything Wrong, where basically it's just chaos and anarchy and somehow one team's able to get the victory, but not out of skill, more out of luck and mistakes. But in today's game, I have one where everyone does everything right. Unfortunately, for the enemy team, my team does everything right, and their team does everything wrong, pretty much. So we're going to find out why my team does so well and why their team doesn't do so well, because we can learn a lot from both sides of the coin. So with that, let's just get to our game. Looking at the lineups, unfortunately, we have a big advantage. We have a KV5 and a 252 for armor. They have a WZ112 and a 252. So that's even, I guess. We have a Centurion, they have a Centurion, but they have an AMX 13100. We have a Shark. We have an SU-130. They have a T25. Yeah, the SU is faster. It doesn't have any armor, granted, but it is more versatile than the T28 that can get stuck into horrible positions. And we have a T54A2, which is a hull-down god. So I'm going to head over here and support my Centurion. They have an AMX 1390. It can be played very well and can cause a lot of trouble at the end of games, but it has no armor. And if it's not played well, it's going to get absolutely wrecked. So I'm going to go over here. Can I get a shot on the Centurion? The answer is, of course we can. Now look at this. My team is pushing up pretty aggressively here. Here they go. Boom, boom. That's nice. Sharks in a hull down position. You know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to head up to a position normally I would take only in a fast tank. But look at this. The 252 is just walking up unimpeded. That means we have map control. Where are they? Who the frick knows? But we know where two of their targets are. But we're just closing in on them. And now I see they've swung around the back. The Drac of all tanks. Yeah, it can be sneaky, but unfortunately a little bit too early to be sneaky. So he takes two nasty hits from me. And we found another tank. So they've decided to go through town. We should be able to rip right through their mediums pretty quick if we're smart. And so far, it looks like that's going to be the case. This guy is going to get gone in T-minus 2 seconds. 3 tanks are back here. We can just push on up all day long. They cannot stop us, I don't think. And I'll be able to take out the Dracula. So it's 7v5. I'm just going to peek on over here. T28. Yeah, you really need to be at the other side to prevent the push in for your team. Because you've come around, you've put yourself in a horrible position. I'm able to get behind you and kind of wanted to use HE there, but because I couldn't really get his engine deck, and as you can see, 77, that's not what I wanted. So I'll just go back to normal normal shells. He's in all sorts of trouble. It's now 7v5, but soon to be 7v4. Yeah, this guy, he needs to be at the front of the attack, and he decided to flank around. Now, can it work? Sure, if your team can keep them from pushing in, which they didn't do, because unfortunately this guy was probably their strongest tank and he decided to flank around. So now I'm just going to go to work on him. He wants to get me, but I can just back on up here. And now he's trapped between, well, 6 tanks pretty much. So the question is, how many bounces will he get? Probably quite a lot. People are using HE and everything on him. But looks like the game is going to be over in T-minus 2 seconds. So, not a bad little game where our team did everything right. They pushed up. They didn't find any resistance. They kept pushing up. We had the map control. We picked off their mediums first. And look at that. I ended up top on the leaderboard. 2,801. That is a very solid game, especially considering all the other tanks that we had in our on my team. Yeah, to be at the top of that, that's not bad at all. So yeah, have you had any games like this where the enemy team just was unfortunately positioned horribly? I mean, they had an AT7, that's a very slow beast. I really felt bad for them. But what can we learn? Yeah, don't do that. And do what we did. You see the opportunity, push on in aggressively. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Quick little game. I'll see you tomorrow. Snugs on Blitz, out.